What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the huge commitment from a 4-star defensive lineman, plus potentially more to come. Michigan had another huge recruiting weekend, hosting multiple recruits on official visits, plus we got an update on a flip target, and Sherrone Moore had an interview with Joel Klatt on Big Noon Conversations as talked about the game-tying drive against Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Also talked about what Jim Harbaugh told him as he wanted him to become the next head coach at Michigan, and he talked about maintaining the success at Michigan. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so real quick here before we do go ahead and get into today's video, I did want to mention that I did just create memberships for the channel. So if you guys want to support the channel and get cool perks, you can go ahead and hit the join button next to my channel name. You can get the pro membership for $3.99 a month, or you can get the elite membership for $8.99 a month. And if you do that, you'll get a shout out in one of my videos, as well as see your name on the screen at the end of every video. So I just wanted to mention that there are some cool perks to it, but just simply being active on the channel, commenting, liking videos, that is fantastic as well, and I greatly appreciate that from all of you guys. But the first thing I do want to talk about in this video, Michigan just landed a commitment from the 2025 4-star defensive lineman Jaylen Williams. Comes from the state of Illinois, 6'6", 265 pounds according to 24/7 Sports, but he's ranked 153rd nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings. This is a big time pickup for Michigan. He just took his official visit over the weekend. In Michigan, they had 5 crystal ball predictions going in their favor. Now, yesterday, Sherrone Moore did tweet out and post a tweet with the eyes emoji, #GoBlue, #Smash, along with Lou Esposito, who is the defensive line coach for Michigan. So it does appear that Jaylen Williams did give the coaching staff his commitment. He just didn't post it public until today. So this is some big time news. Michigan, it was a crazy recruitment. They led early on, and they had a bunch of coaching staff changes, obviously, but they did a very good job, especially new defensive line coach Lou Esposito. But I chose Michigan over his top 4 of Texas A&M, Michigan, Tennessee, and Nebraska, which he recently just released about 3 days ago when he joined the 4-star defensive lineman Nathaniel Marshall. They actually have a relationship, they know each other, and so when Nathaniel Marshall did commit to Michigan, it was some good news as well, because that meant Michigan had a good chance of landing Jaylen Williams as well. So those two pair up at Michigan. Michigan also has the 4-star in-state defensive line commit Bobby Conca in the 2025 class, so the defensive line recruiting in the 2025 class is going very good right now. Michigan lands another huge one out of the 4-star defensive lineman Jaylen Williams. Let me know what you guys think about that. We are going to talk about some more recruiting news later in the video, but before we talk about that, I did want to talk about what Sherrone Moore said in an interview with Joel Klatt on Big Noon Conversations. One of the things he talked about was the game-tying drive in the Rose Bowl against Alabama. He said, before that drive, I'm never really nervous to call a drive. I'm never really anxious. That drive, I was looking around. I was looking at the clock. I looked at the time. I was like, this is like the most important drive in Michigan football history. That's how I thought of it. So I looked up to the sky and asked my grandpa, hey Pops, I need some help here. Help me out. Love ya. And then JJ McCarthy came up to him and he said, hey Pops, we got ya. And Sherrone Moore was like, oh yeah, we're about to go score on this drive. Now, Sherrone Moore, he called some fantastic plays on that drive, including the 4th down play. They were simple but very good drawn up plays that really confused the defense a bit. And in that game, in the red zone, I mean, Michigan, their offense was perfect. Sherrone Moore did a great job drawing up plays in the red zone. But Sherrone Moore said that drive will hold true forever in my mind of how it went down in the time and what happened and the result. He also talked about a cool thing. Jim Harbaugh, he kept telling Sherrone Moore that you're going to be the next head coach at Michigan. Sherrone Moore said this year, he told me that. He said, I don't know when, I don't know what's gonna happen. No man can say the future, tell the future. He said, you're gonna be the next head coach at Michigan. Harbaugh also said that I'm gonna put it in my contract that if I ever leave or go somewhere, that you're gonna be the next head coach at Michigan. So pretty cool there. You know, Jim Harbaugh, he trusts Sherrone Moore. He knew he was gonna be a good head coach wherever he was gonna get a job, and obviously, you know, if he were to go, he wanted the job to be in Sherrone Moore's hands. But Sherrone Moore, you know, he said we're going to continue to work, just work as hard as we can every single day. Don't look at the prize, don't look at the games down the line, look at right now. Do whatever we can today to get better. He also said super excited for what the players have done this spring, and he said, I'll tell you, it's been a physical spring, it's been a fun spring. Guys get after it, and sometimes you got to pull them away. Like, guys, we can't just keep pounding on each other like this, but it's a great team to be around. But now I wanted to talk about some recruiting news. Michigan coming off another big weekend. Hosted 5 recruits on official visits this past weekend, including the 4-star edge Julius Holly, 4-star defensive lineman Jaylen Williams, 4-star edge Marion Dye, the 4-star running back Jordan Davison, and the 4-star offensive lineman S.J. Alafatui. Michigan also hosted Julius Holly, another 4-star edge in the 2025 class. According to E.J. Holland of the Wolverine, following the visit, he thinks Michigan gained some positive momentum, and Michigan is in contention. He does have other official visits set with Georgia, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M in the month of June following the visit to Michigan this past weekend. So it's going to be tough to land him. He is from the state of Georgia as well. Also going to be tough for Michigan to land the 2025 4-star edge Marion Dye, who also took an official visit this past weekend. He has official visits set with Ohio State and Purdue, as well as Florida State. He actually already took an official visit to Purdue last weekend. Right now it appears that Ohio State does lead with Purdue and Michigan behind them, but Michigan has put themselves in play. And we also talked about the 2025 4-star running back Jordan Davison from Mater Dei High School in California. He took an official visit to Michigan this past weekend. Michigan, you know, they're going to do their best, basically tell him that he is the top running back on their board right now. Ohio State has been the leader in this recruitment for a while. However, they already have a running back commitment in the 2025 class, and they also trend to land another running back, which could help Michigan a little bit. But he also is considering Oregon, and he'll be officially visiting both Oregon and Ohio State. So we'll really just have to wait and see. And Michigan obviously had S.J. Alafatui, the 4-star offensive lineman from Bishop Gorman High School, on campus for an official visit. He's a top center prospect in the class. It appears Michigan did make a move with him on his visit. He posted a tweet. He said, "Thank you, Coach Sherrone Moore and Coach Grant Newsome, for taking the time to meet with me and my parents during my official visit at the campus." He said he enjoyed talking to the staff, hearing more about Michigan and the program. He said the information was valuable. It does seem like he likes the family feel at Michigan, and obviously Michigan has the running back Micah Kapana from Bishop Gorman. He's coming in from the 2024 class. He's been helping Michigan, trying to recruit S.J. Alafatui to Michigan. But good news there, Michigan did move the needle, it appears, a little bit on him. Michigan, you know, we've said it before, they're going after 3 of the Bishop Gorman offensive linemen. Speaking of offensive linemen, the 2025 4-star offensive lineman Michael Carroll has committed to Alabama. Michigan did make his top 4, consisting of Michigan, Georgia, Alabama, and Penn State. We're a top contender, but he has committed to Alabama, so I just wanted to mention that. But Michigan going after other top offensive linemen in the 2025 class as well, including the big 3 at Bishop Gorman. And I also did want to talk about real quick here about the 2025 4-star safety Kainoa Winston. He took an official visit to Michigan last weekend. It appears that Michigan really made a big splash with them. He really likes, you know, the defensive backs coach Lamar Morgan. He's ranked 43rd nationally on 24/7 Sports rankings, according to Steve Lorenz of the Michigan Insider. He said, "The more I ask around, the more I am really feeling like Michigan is trending with Kainoa Winston." So some good news there, a top safety prospect in the 2025 class. And some more defensive back news is the 2025 4-star cornerback Shamari Earls. He is a South Carolina commit right now, top 100 recruit, but he has set an unofficial visit to Michigan on June 13th, which is really big. Michigan, they needed to get him on campus. He is a potential flip target, and Georgia is also in the mix to flip him as well. So some good news there. Recruiting finally starting to get going a little bit. But with that, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.